Hey everybody, how are you today?
Hey Don.
How are you?
I am celebratory.
Celebratory. Another big word.
A big word. Mr. Don.
Hey, Mr. Mike.
I want to know how your Thanksgiving was.
It was good. Had a lot of people here.
Yeah, you had a crowd. How many people did you end up having?
Well, we were supposed to have up to 30, but people didn't show.
Oh, all right.
But we probably had 20-ish.
In a world where most podcasts suck.
Yep, but ours doesn't. All right, well, we're back. We're back. Yep. So we were talking, and then we weren't.
I had about 15 at my sister-in-law's house in Cal City.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, it was. I didn't have to cook or do anything. I just had to drive for a god-awful long time. But
yeah.
And then, did you know that they narrowed the 14 going up through Rosamond and all that, past Rosamond?
Yep.
Yeah, there's your traffic.
Yeah,
news.
as you're coming around. Well, I remember when I just went on vacation, as we were coming around, they were doing something, road work. And
yeah, it's a huge stretch, too, because there's like 5 or 6 different exits you can't get off on.
Yep.
Let's go out and around.
Yep. And as you're coming down the hill and going around into Rosamond is where it was really bad coming from Mojave. But anyways.
I never really go out there.
I try not to.
Although I do like the lower gas prices in Kern.
Yes.
It's a better county.
Yep.
All right, so let's get back to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So what did you end up cooking for everybody?
I cooked a 20-pound bird and a 8-pound breast in the foodie.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Ooh, the foodie. It turns everything into magic.
Yes. Yep.
Ninja.
It was 3 minutes per pound for the foodie. So
Are you guys writing this down? Because that's important information. Yep. You want to know how to cook your turkey just right? 3 pounds per minute in a Ninja Foodie.
Yeah, and that's on the pressure cooker. And then after you're done with that, you have to do the air crisper to make the skin nice and crispy.
And it doesn't. I've tried it myself. I had a Ninja Foodie, and it makes the skin just absolutely perfect.
I'm not a big skin guy.
Especially turkey skin. It's not as good as chicken skin.
Yeah, I don't like skin at all.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, their skin I can eat all day long.
See, I peel the crispies off of those. Oh. I love the crispy.
Oh, you get extra crispy guy?
Extra crispy. I love it tastes delicious.
It is. Now that I'm older, my teeth are softer. Eating extra crispy kind of reminds me of like crunching corn nuts, which I once lost a tooth with. Entirely longer story, but it is delicious.
Yep.
Actually, lately I've been getting into Popeye's chicken. But that's neither here nor there. I had a turkey as well, but we also had traditional Cuban stuff. My wife is a Cuban. She came over from Cuba in 1971, got her citizenship as soon as she was able to at her 18th birthday. And then we met, fell in love, had a baby girl, and then been eating Thanksgiving for almost 30 years together.
Wow, that's cool.
And then you?
And me, we had, like I said, the bird, stuffing, corn, puto. We had pie. We had...
Wait, puto? You had puto?
Not the Spanish version by any chance, but the Filipino version.
Well, if you ever have the Spanish version of puto, let me know.
Yeah. It's too expensive. I can't afford it. We ate and ate and ate. And... we had beans and we had Brussels sprouts and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. And we had...
Not one left over.
Yeah, it's terrible. You got to have the leftovers. Your turkey soup, your sandwiches, it's a sin if you don't have enough turkey. I actually have some legs that I'm going to make soup out of here probably tomorrow or tonight.
However, as I was telling you, I had my sister-in-law, Cora. She made her famous spaghetti.
Ooh. And Filipino spaghetti.
No, this one was just like...
Straight up.
This is like regular spaghetti, but she makes it Man, my mouth is watering right now
Wow.
thinking of her spaghetti.
Wow.
It's almost it's next to mine. Of course, mine's better, but she like I said, she's got a wonderful family. Edwin, her husband, Sally and Sheena, her 2 daughters, beautiful girls, wonderful girls. Sheena had to work, but I made her a plate to send home. She called me and thanked me for that. I was very touched that she called me.
Very considerate. Very nice.
Yep, that was a sweetheart. She's a sweet girl. She's a nurse, so hats off to you.
Yeah, hats off to you. It's a hard job.
All your nurses.
My mom was one for 50 years at Cedar Sinai.
Wow.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah, I can
she was
imagine.
a night owl.
Oh,
So she only worked from 7 to 7.
Catherine did that for many
Yeah.
years too.
Good money. Always had a roof over her head and never was starving. So
Yep.
she did a good job of that.
So
I made stuffing.
you made stuffing.
I made a lot of stuffing because I love my stuffing's kind of plain. It's just sausage, garlic, black pepper, chicken broth, butter, and breadcrumbs. And it's real easy to make. It's quick. But it's kind of the way I grew. You know how I can eat other people's stuffing and it's delicious, but it's like the way we had it at home. So it's like getting a hug from the past.
Yep,
you know?
exactly.
So and it's not the greatest. I've had people take it and go, "It's just so bland." I said, "Oh, that's great for you. You know, here's your spices or whatever." It's just the way I have to like mine. My kid likes it, and actually a lot of people.
That's
do.
all that matters, you know. You said something just then that I look forward to, and that's probably why I cook the way I do. My mother was a horrible cook.
Yeah.
She would burn water. She was a horrible cook. However, there were things that she made was just great.
Yes, and it's always like a simple thing, right? Like a quick on the spur of the moment thing.
Well, she never did on that spur stuff. She was too busy watching
Days of Our Lives
or some General Hospital, and then it was like, oh shoot, the kids are coming home from school. I better figure out what I'm going to have to eat. Here's a pancake, burnt on one side.
Yeah, nice.
No, but she's a horrible cook. Just horrible. I just
Yeah, no other word. I can't think of any more words for terrible. So
yeah, terrible and horrible. But she made good stuffed peppers.
Ooh.
I did like her spaghetti sauce, and her Wheaties in a bowl in the morning were outstanding.
yeah, I don't know how she made the Wheaties, but they're delicious.
You know, I wish I had the recipe.
Yeah, so does a lot of people actually.
But she made a few things that were pretty good. You know, but for the most part, you know, to this day I won't eat kibasi because I almost want to puke right now just telling this story. I'll make it quick.
Kielbasa. Kielbasa is the greatest.
Ugh. Well, not in my house. So I don't even allow it in my house.
I have some at home.
So true story. And I don't want to bag on my mother too much, but I'm going to go there.
Yeah,
anyway.
well, I got some stories about mine we'll get to after this.
This is going to be our therapy session.
Yeah, well, at the end of this, Don and I will be looking and crying and go, "Oh, mother,
I love you, man." So my mother, I must have had, I'm going to attribute this to must have had a stomach virus.
Okay.
I'm giving her a pass on this one.
So it wasn't necessarily her poisoning.
I
you
think
on
it
purpose.
was. I think it was.
Did you have any big bills coming up? Were you
No, it was when I was a
work?
kid. It was when I was a
'cause
kid.
if you
No,
kill
yeah,
you-
my glasses.
Yeah,
I think.
if they kill you early,
Yeah,
then
then
you don't
no.
have to pay the bills,
Yeah,
right?
back then.
Back then.
So she made kibasi, and I love sauerkraut.
Yeah,
So
I'm not
she
a big
would
fan.
make it with sauerkraut, and she would take the kibasi and slice it the long way, and then she would fry it,
Butterfly, yeah.
which she would burn it on the bottom. So it's like you see the black. It's
Yep.
not brown. It's,
My wife loves it
it's
that
like
way.
ink black.
Yeah, it's
all the way-
burnt.
and it's disgusting, right? So, and then she would put Goulden's brown mustard, which I love Goulden's brown mustard. So she butchered this kibasi and burnt it, and then put it on the plate, and you could see like the oils and the grease coming out of
Well,
it.
you
on
really
my,
had time to think about this, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You really hate this, yeah.
And then I ate it, and I hated it, but I was starving.
Yeah, you eat it.
So that night I ended up throwing up. And like I said, I'm going to contribute that or attribute that to possibly having a stomach virus or a flu or whatever. However, I think my belly just said, no, get this shit out.
It's one of those things, and kielbasa is not something I imagine that tastes good when it's coming out.
Well, it tastes worse coming out than it did as it went in. I could literally almost puke right now.
Yeah, Polish charcuterie.
Yes.
Well, I love it.
But anyways, to this day, I will not eat it. I will not allow it in my house. If they cook it, I tell them, make sure you cook it outside. I don't want the smell because I literally will yak if I come in the house and I smell it.
I'm that way with leeks.
Oh, leeks. I just had to take a leak.
Oh, yeah. Well, those leeks I enjoy.
Yes.
The kind that are slimy and disgusting are just, it's a vile plant. I don't know why. I know why people eat it, because at one point they were starving to death and they found this slimy, disgusting plant that didn't kill them when they ate it. And now people are trying, it's the greatest thing, it's a superfood. No, it's disgusting.
Yes, it's slimy. It's like okra.
Oh, okra's just as bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my mom that tried it. My mom was anti-vegetables.
Oh.
And which is why I'm kind of anti-vegetables too, or meat eaters. Not my fault, raised that way. Never really had a sit down. And there was no, you know what, every time I go to someone's house for Thanksgiving, there's always a big pot of like green bean casserole.
Yep.
I look at that and I go, nope. Nope, that's for everybody. I start eating like the meat and all that, and in my head I'll go, well, there's not much left, but I can eat it because they have green bean casserole.
That's right. So Kathy decided she was going to make the green beans.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the green beans and the Brussels sprouts. Now,
oh, there's another one I don't like.
I love Brussels sprouts.
They smell weird.
Yep, they do. They're little tiny cabbages, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing,
love them,
right?
love them. I love them with cheese sauce. I love them with butter and salt and pepper. Everything tastes better to me with butter and salt and pepper.
Oh yeah, and cheese. I have eaten Brussels sprouts, but like with so much cheese and excess crap on it that all the health benefits were just gone.
But I love them. My brother Scott. Hey Scott.
Hey.
Know, you're probably watching, maybe not, but probably are.
We're trying to get better.
Yeah. Someday if you meet my brother, ask him about his Brussels sprouts.
Yeah?
Yeah, my father made him eat it, and he yacked.
That'll be the second thing I want to ask. I want to ask him about how much of an asshole you were when you were a kid.
I was a cool kid. Everybody loved me, except for my mother. She hated me, but everybody else loved me.
I'm in the same boat. I'm pretty sure my mom had it in for me from the minute I was able to walk and talk and cause trouble.
Oh, it was that far into your life?
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
Shit, it was when my grandfather was a doctor, so he probably said, you're pregnant with number 2, and she goes, I'm gonna kill that little,
Yeah, no, I'm not for long. Where's the stairway?
Yeah, where's the coat hanger?
Oh, that euphemism just makes my skin crawl.
But,
because I know people did that.
Yep.
But we're back on foods we hate.
Yes, we hated foods. And we went from foods that we absolutely love, like Thanksgiving, to horrible, horrible things. And I don't know how we got off on that tangent.
I don't know. But if you guys taking notes of this, you can send it to us at andstuffwithdonandmike@gmail.com.
Yep.
Or you can subscribe and like if you want to tell us off or tell us how great we are.
Yep.
We would appreciate anything. And we for sure want to know what your Thanksgiving dinners was. Send us some pictures. Send us some recipes. Send us some stuff if you want to know what we're eating.
Actually, you could send my mother some recipes.
Yeah.
Because she needs them. Holy guacamole.
My mom did not know how to cook, which was weird for she was born in the early 50s. So I think it's pretty weird for a woman back then to never be taught how to cook.
Yeah.
So my dad taught her how to cook. But the only thing my dad taught her how to cook was steak and potatoes. So you know what we had a lot? Steak and potatoes. However, over the years, like Don's mom, she had their secret little stuff. My mom made chicken and dumplings, which is one of my desert island foods. If I was to be trapped on a desert island, chicken and dumplings would be coming with me. And I love it. I still make it to this day. She helped me perfect my baked bean recipe, which means I cooked it mixed it, and then she tasted it, and it was through our conjoined taste buds that we decided we made the best baked beans in the world, and I do make the best beans in the world.
They were very, very delicious.
Yeah,
I loved them.
Not the best though, he said.
No, that wasn't me. I didn't say that.
Just kidding.
But
I know people in Boston or where they really make baked beans would probably argue.
They're very, very tasty. I enjoy them. I can't eat a lot of them.
Yeah, I can't either at this point.
But they are delicious. They have a good like barbecue flavor.
Yeah, they're sweet, and savory,
Yep.
and they have a lot of meat.
Yep.
So it tends to make it more like a chili. A lot of people think of it as a chili.
But it's not. But they're delicious.
Yeah, and dude, I'm telling you, when you get them right out of the crock pot and on your plate, you can eat like 5 bowls of that thing, still be in love.
Yep. So,
but chicken and dumplings, my mom's, and cube steaks.
I love cube steaks.
She made, I swear it was like cube steak boiled in butter. Which sounds gross, but it's in a frying pan, so you're supposed to fry them.
And that's how I make them.
Yeah, with the salt and pepper.
Yes.
I don't even know if they make them anymore. I used to be able to buy like cube steaks in a stack, and it had a little pat of butter on top of each.
Oh, I don't know, but I buy
those?
cube steaks all the time.
Do they still? I haven't seen them in forever.
Yeah, I haven't seen the stack ones, but you can buy like four. A family pack of 4 or 6. I love it.
And it's the butcher department totally just selling you the worst steak ever.
And
the toughest and worst, and they just throw it through a giant mechanical grinder, and it not enough to turn it into a hamburger, but enough to make it like a really loose fitting steak. It's kind of hard to describe.
It is good. My kids love them.
Yeah. I can't tell you that the butter on a piece of bread, and if I was really feeling frisky, it would be a little bit of brown gravy on the top.
Okay.
But oh my god, I would just eat it normally. That would be my thing.
Got to have the sautéed onions on the top of the cube steaks, which you don't like.
None of it. Although I love the way onions make things taste, I just can't go for the texture of that slappy, gross onions.
What about onion rings? Can you eat onion rings?
Yeah, if they're fried hard enough, where I don't get that slimy onion in the middle. But I will peel the skin off an onion ring. I'm really good at it. Take a little bite, yoink the meat of the onion ring out, flick it at somebody you don't like, and eat it.
Yeah. So
that's to me is like the really, really deep down personal. Like I'm home alone. I don't know what I'm gonna make. It's gonna always go back to what my mom or what I had to do, because at 14 I was kind of independent. So I had to do my own shopping and do my own cooking and do my own washing. And from there, I just learned how to make hamburger helper or tuna helper or any of that. So all that stuff's still in here.
I when I'm home alone, I can't just do. A lot of times I will do the frozen pizza, or I'll do the frozen Marie Callender's meal. But I have to have. I guess I'm weird. I gotta have a square meal.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Where you got all your sides the way they are.
Got to have my vegetables. I got to have my fruit for dessert or whatever. I got to have a meat. Got to have a potato or something.
You got to have your proper sides.
I have to.
Yeah,
or it's not a meal.
Me, it's whatever the main dish is, chicken, steak, whatever, mashed potatoes or mac and cheese or some kind of noodle, and then like bread. I eat a lot of bread, as you can probably tell.
Me too.
It's one of my favorite things. I love getting a fresh loaf and just cracking it open. And oh my god, bakers are my heroes. I love fresh bread, especially sourdough. Oh my god. So yeah, and then I'll usually grill it up.
Well, we're back.
We're back.
So a couple of things that this weekend or this past week, it's been a holiday week, and Thanksgiving was here and gone. A lot of preparation, a lot of stuff for 20 minutes of gratification.
Yeah, truly.
So, but the week leading up to it was interesting. I don't know what made me do it, but I was trying to show somebody the cover to my book, and here's the book.
Yeah, it's really good, guys.
It's a joke book I wrote back in 2018, and I've got another one that I'm done, and it's delay. But there's another one coming. And I wanted to show somebody the cover, and I didn't have a book with me. So what did I do? I go on the internet, because you could buy it on Amazon for $7.99.
Yeah, they have everything.
And not only was it on Amazon.com, but it came up on eBay. And I'm like, oh, somebody bought the book and didn't like it, and they're
Selling it on
going to
eBay?
sell it.
For the same price?
No, so here's the weird
He's
thing.
underselling you?
No. So this guy has my book, picture of my book on eBay.
Yeah, get a good look at it.
Yep. For $20.49.
Wow.
So, and it's a brand new book.
That's still a bargain. All those jokes in there, if they're a couple bucks a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go and I look, and it's like the guy, and I'm glad he did, because I make like $2 a book when people buy it off of eBay, and I'm appreciative. Thank you so much for all those people that have bought my book. And like I said, number 2 is coming out. Shameless plug, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not shameless. Nothing shameful about that beautiful book you're writing.
But so I'm looking at him like, how could you justify $20 for a $7.99 book? I don't know. I don't think it says $7.99 on the book, but
Self-published.
it's self-published. Well, actually, no. There's a publishing company, but then Kindle went through and they did their thing, and I had to have it. I mean, it's a long, hard, strenuous path to go and write a book. You got to have it checked and rechecked and proofread again and all that kind of stuff. So I couldn't understand why my book would be $20.49. Okay, so it is, but I'm like, that dude's making more money on my book than I'm making on my book.
Yeah, that's true.
So I wrote to him and said, hey, man, my book is only $7.99 on Amazon, and tell you what, if you want, I'll give you, because you're paying shipping on that. I'll tell you what, I have a stack of books. I'll sign them, and I'll send them to you, and I'll give you I have silicone bracelets that I had made with the name. Actually, a friend of mine who I went to school with, he does that for a living, and he called me and he said, hey, Don, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you to celebrate your book, I'll send you a bunch of
Silicone
bracelets.
bands.
Yeah, so it says if your nose runs on one side and your feet smell on the other side or something like that. I forget. It's been a while. But I said I will sign these books for you, and you can sell them. And I don't care what you make on them, but they're going to cost you $10 a book. I think that's fair.
That's not bad. That's a good deal.
I still had to pay for the books that I have, because I always have some on hand.
I got one.
You owe me $7.99. No,
Yeah. Kiss my ass.
all of it.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah. Buckle up, Billy. But I just and then it's also on there's a couple other websites that have my book, and they're much more expensive, like $13.99, $13.19. There's a $15.
People are buying it, doubling the price.
They're doubling the price. That's fine. I get it. But I mean,
it's kind of flattering, no? People think your book is really worth it.
it is. I'm flattered.
You should go to Amazon and buy the $7.99 one. Let us know what you think of it.
Yeah.
Subscribe, like, and send us what you think.
Or drop me a line and I'll sign it for you and send it to you.
There you go. Even better. Holy smokes.
With the bracelet.
Just in time for Christmas, people. You heard it first.
Yep. But it just like I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw that. And I don't know, part of me, Mike, part of me feels very honored that people would buy the book and try to resell it. But then I look at the business end of it. They're not buying it because it's my book. They're buying it because it's a book.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're just going to try to jack it. And
they're buying it because they got the book at a price cheap enough to where they could resell it.
And they probably liked it. So I was.
You will like it. It's really funny.
So when I wrote to the dude wrote me back, and he's like, "Look, man, your book was friggin' hilarious." He goes, "I had to try to sell it." I'm like, well, I mean, I think that price. He goes, don't worry about what I'm charging.
And he's not wrong.
If you don't like it, why don't you jack your price up to $20? I'm like, because I won't sell a book. I mean, I've sold many books, and I'm very, very proud of that. But don't try to like hose somebody. You know? No joke book is worth $20.
Well, I know it depends on our economy. If we're spending, I don't know, $6 a gallon for gas, maybe a joke book is $20.
That would be a Joe book then.
A Joe book.
A Joe Biden book. I did that.
I did that.
But yeah, I had to throw it out there. It's more expensive to buy it on the internet than it is to buy on Amazon or directly from me.
Or then if you just contact Don at $7.99, he'll sign the damn thing for you. Or I don't know, it might cost you a little more. You got to talk to Don about it.
I'll sign it and send it to you for the $7.99, and plus it's probably going to cost like $2 to ship.
You down price you're downgraded your signature value.
You know what? Who cares? Somebody's going to
do it with a rubber stamp, and then when people pay that extra $1, then you sign it.
Yeah, but it's going to cost me $20.49 for that rubber stamp.
You sign it, yeah, exactly. You sign it in auto pen, or you have your wife sign it for you.
Yeah, mine.
And then only the people that spend $20 get an actual signature. See, now you're talking about you have your platinum level, your gold level, your silver level, and then the bronze for the rest of us wusses out there.
Yep. So
I like that.
I'm sorry I brought that up, but it was just like something that was kind of, it's flattering, but it's irritating at the same time. I kind of feel used.
Yeah, I could see that. People doing stuff with your book because it's your baby, right? You created it. It's out there in the world now. Everybody's just screwing around with your baby.
Yeah. So,
however, there are an unlimited amount of babies because you can just keep making them. So,
and there's a dude in Britain selling my book.
Oh, that's cool.
So Britain, just so you know, now that I'm thinking of it, and I'll get off the subject real quick, but Britain is number 2 when it comes to buying the book.
Wow.
So United States had quite a few, and I don't know what it is with the UK. Australia, Germany, but those are the top 3 people that actually bought the book.
I know at least 3 of them are 3 of the largest English-speaking countries in the world.
True.
Germany has Air Force bases and Army bases, and I don't know if they have a Marine base there.
I'm not sure.
They just have giant bases. So there's a lot of English-speaking people there with free time and the internet, so they're getting your book.
So then I look at those 3 countries, and I'm very, very proud of that. But then we look at the demographics of this here broadcast.
Yeah, which kind of reflects it,
England,
right?
Germany, and Australia.
Oh, you paved the way.
Yeah, well,
you did. You 100%. You started a fan base. And now they're actually, if you're a fan of this book, subscribe, let us know.
Yeah, but we only have 47 and a half.
Yeah,
Monchi, how you doing, buddy?
And Cara. I haven't said shout out to Cara in a while.
Yep.
I haven't talked to her in a while, actually.
Yeah.
47 and a half. Soon to be 4 million and a half. I don't know.
Russell.
47 million. Yeah, Russell.
What's up, buddy? And Amy, you cute little doggy dog.
Oh, I like Amy, yeah.
She's adorable. So, anyways, that's that.
That is that. And so, now that I always think of Thanksgiving as kind of a gateway, because now it comes down to the real nitty-gritty, Christmas, of which I am not a big fan, but I am subject to the laws of Christmas like everybody else because I have a kid.
Subject to the laws of Christmas.
Yeah,
I got to make a shirt. I hate Christmas with Grinch on it. I'm subject to the laws of Christmas.
I am. Although my heart is full-sized, I'm not the Grinch. I just think Christmas is not what it should be. However, I have a daughter. I have a nephew. I have extended family. And my wife, of course, who always gets a Christmas present, even if it is just a card with a flower, or depending on our financial situation every Christmas. It's been pretty bad sometimes, and sometimes it's been really good.
Join the club. Everybody's like that.
Yeah.
Well, you could buy my book. No.
That's true. It makes a hell of a Christmas present. Yes. And if you do it...
It's good kindling, too.
You can start a hell of a fire.
Who cares? I got my $2. I don't care what you're doing.
You read the joke, then you throw it in your fire, and you stay nice and warm because you're so broke this Christmas. The only thing you got was if your nose runs and your feet smells, are you sitting upside down?
Yep.
So I'm subject to it all. So now I have to try to figure out what everybody wants for Christmas. And I get the same answer every time I ask them straight out. What do you want for Christmas? Oh, it's kind of like, what do you guys want to eat? I don't, you decide. Like, really? I don't want to decide what you're going to eat every day. I definitely don't want to buy you a present if you don't want to talk to me about it.
Now that is a rabbit hole in an infinity.
Yeah, it's irritating.
Infinity, rather. Where do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? I don't know.
I love women. I love my wife, but I'm a huge fan of women. The women are way up here. I've been ruled by women my whole entire life. My mom was very dominant. Even my dogs are girls right now. So I love them. But good Lord, decide where you want to eat, ladies.
Or you can't win. This is
no, because it's the genius of it is, and I have analyzed this from every situation. The genius of it is that if the meal is terrible,
they blame you.
They blame you. If the meal costs too much and it's a hindrance, they blame you. Well, why'd you pick that place? It was so expensive. I'm like, because you didn't pick a place, or that place was horrible. We'd never go back there again. Why'd you pick that place? Well, I heard it was good. I had people.
Who told you?
Who told? Yeah, it just never ends. So, please, you know what I want for Christmas, ladies? I want you to decide what we're going to eat.
Yeah, decisions.
Yeah, that would be. I want a card, Christmas card, and it's going to say Applebee's, or which I'm not. Applebee's, all right, not my favorite. If we're going to pick like the family go-to, it's going to be Claremon's Northwoods Inn, which is the steakhouse we grew up eating at as a kid. I love that cheese bread. If you work for Claremon's Northwoods Inn, let me know what the recipe for the cheese bread is.
Yep.
Olive Garden.
Yep. Olive Garden.
Too expensive now, man. It's over $100 for 3 people.
It's the McDonald's of Italian food.
Yeah, but there's not that Alfredo sauce. It's made with crack.
But
it's delicious.
But the thing is okay, when you're here, your family. My family doesn't charge me to eat.
That's true, and they're not going to treat you. No restaurant you go to.
It's friggin' salad. All you can eat salad and breadsticks.
Yeah, who's going to do that? You need.
I didn't go there for friggin' salad.
If you're the one going into Olive Garden, I'll just take salad and breadstick. Just know that the waiters and all that hate you.
And not only that,
waitresses.
Not only that, young guys out there, if she just says, "I'm just going to have the salad and the breadsticks," you know what? She's a keeper. However,
yeah, I always think it's because they don't want to poop big in front of you.
Yeah, however,
so I don't want to chow down on a million calories.
Or let a big fart out as she's sitting there. I think I'll have a tiramisu.
Yeah, you want to bind yourself up, ladies. Let me tell you. Eat lots of cheese. Salad's roughage. If you're gonna poop, you're gonna do it right with salad and water, especially.
But then you know that when she only eats the salad and the breadsticks, of course she's gonna can we stop for ice cream on the way home?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you just ate. I had the salad and the breadstick. Well, whose fault is that?
The next thing, as a guy, your defense is going to be, so you're going to put on some pounds, huh?
Well, no. Of course, when you're first dating, what are you going to do?
I'm saying that so that people know not to say that.
Yes.
Don't say that.
And when you're young, you're like, okay, darling, let's go. Yeah. What kind of ice cream would you like? Oh, maybe just the vanilla or the water flavored one.
The water flavored.
Yeah, because I'm trying to lose a couple pounds. Yeah, you can have the water flavor. That's called ice.
Yeah, that's ice. But they mush it up so nice.
Yes.
Yeah, well, there's some things. Although, like I said, I am a huge, undying fan of women. I absolutely love my daughter is my favorite person in the entire world. So, and I need the world to be more pro women, so that my kid has a great chance in this world to go out and dominate and be the amazing person I know she's going to be.
Yeah, same with my daughter. I love her to pieces. I love my son. But my daughter, it's like, this is, you know what? We're going to go. We're
going to take a break.
We're going to take a break because this is going to be a long-winded one. And she doesn't watch this podcast.
Yeah, so.
You little biatch.
You know what? That's on her. She could have subscribed and liked.
Yes, she subscribed and she liked, but now I'm going to dog her. So we'll be back after this message. Howdy.
Hey,
All right. So we were talking
kids,
kids.
daughters.
My daughter. I love my daughter. So we go to Sam's Club.
One of my favorite places.
Yep. And Sam's
Costco
Club,
and Sam's Club.
you don't just buy one of something. You buy
40 gallons of mayonnaise.
Yeah, and it's like a
8-pound can of
55-gallon
tuna.
drum. Yep. And so my daughter comes with us, and I was like, "Hey, you want to go to Sam's Club?" "Yeah, Dad." I figured she's gonna hang out with us. She hung out with us, all right. Loading the cart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the bill at the end?
So she bought clothes. She bought like laundry detergent. She bought
laundry detergent.
She bought soup. She bought this, ketchup, all kinds of stuff. And it's not just one. It's like one big bucket full of it. And I said to Kathy, it's good. That bill's going to be up there. And of course, Kathy saying, "Oh, it's okay.
It's our daughter.
It's our daughter." And I agree. Yeah. Okay, she doesn't have a lot of money. She's going to school. She's going to graduate on the 7th from nursing.
Oh, hey, congrats.
Yep. So I'm very, very proud of her. And but I can't afford her.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Although mine, I have this weird thing with mine. My daughter is very frugal. I think she inherited my innate cheapness, because I'm pretty cheap actually sometimes, except for when it comes to like my stuff. You know what? I work real hard for my stuff. Anyways, nobody goes for want in my house. So, but my daughter does the same thing to me, although she is only 16.
Mine's 23. And like I said, you know what? It's only money that I don't have.
Yeah, that you go make more of.
Yeah, and we make money and we spend money, but I knew it was going to happen. So I said to Kathy, this is going to happen. She goes, "Who cares? She's not living here anymore," and blah, blah, blah. And there's like good parts of that and bad parts. I miss my daughter tremendously.
Well, here, I'll help you get your head around it. It'll make you feel better, too. So if your daughter was still living here, how long ago did she move out?
It'll be a year in January.
Oh, fuck. Is it really? Wow, excuse me. Pardon my language. It's been a year. Wow. No wonder why I've never met her. Except for today. So all that money you would have spent in the year that she was here was considerably more than what you spent at
yeah.
So there you go. This one is just a reminder of why you're so glad that she's moved on as an adult.
Well, I do. I am so proud of her. She's doing a great job. She's, working. She's going to school. She's got a decent boyfriend.
That's awesome.
Hey, Nathan, if you're out there in Japan because you're deployed right now, and instead of playing video games, you should be watching us.
Yes, yeah. Semper Fi.
Yeah.
Don't stay safe. That's what I want to hear.
So I'm proud of her. My son, I'm proud of him. He came back to the nest.
Yes, he did.
After moving out for many reasons, and I'm glad to have him home. I'm getting older. My kids are getting older. But, you don't really, unless it ends in a negative way, you don't understand. Well, at least for me, I can only speak for me. You don't understand how much you miss your daughter or your child until they move away.
Yeah, my kid splits her time between my sister-in-law's place, so she's there now, and home, and because she does school online, which I think is pretty common now. But when she's not there, I miss her. Yeah.
Well, I do, and then they come back, and you're like, this is why I wanted you to move out.
Why are you here?
Yeah. You do the dishes. You pick up the dog crap. Did you clean your room?
The answer is no.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of the stuff you want them to do.
Yeah, I'm leaving now. But
you didn't pick up the dog poop.
But then what's funny is in a couple of weeks you forget all about it.
Yeah, you do.
Until the next time they show up, and you're like, the dog shit's still there waiting for you.
Or until your dogs can no longer poop outside because there's too much poop.
Or you can't walk out there. No, of course not.
Too many doggy landmines. But I love my daughter. But daughter daddies, the relationship's a lot different than a kid or a boy. I assume I only have a daughter.
Yeah. So in the news, there's been a lot lately. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because the holiday season is coming up. And there's going to be a lot of people at malls and parades and all kinds of stuff. And then we have these assholes that decide they're going to take their car and they're going to plow into people. And then you have...
Is that a thing? People are plowing into people now?
It is. These people are. We just had one in Wisconsin last week. The dude got out of jail, had an argument with his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. He just got out of prison too, the day before or something. And he takes his car and he plows and kills a bunch of people.
Sounds like he was missing prison.
Yeah, in a Christmas parade.
Holy blood!
Or a holiday parade or whatever they deem it. They should have. I wouldn't have. Maybe that's why I'm not a cop, because I would probably just kill him right there for doing what he did.
He wasn't hurt, I take it, huh?
Oh no, he was in a car,
nice and safe in a car.
But he's a friggin' puss.
Yeah, that's pretty cowardly. All that stuff's cowardly. Just
shoot him right then and there. They should have sent Kyle Rittenhouse after him.
Oh yeah, you're. I can't call him really a vigilante, right?
No, he was self-defense. But you know what? He would have taken his AR-15 and he probably would have put a few holes in that damn car, and it wouldn't have killed all those people.
Well, you can never go back. The woulda, coulda, shouldas, right?
Yeah.
But somebody somewhere knew what this guy's mind was like. Coming out of the prison system, someone's been talking to him for a while.
Whatever, or he did his time.
Don't they have a counselor or something?
I don't know, but this guy was an asshole. Just a chicken shit dude.
Yeah, I agree. All that petty, there's no reason for any of that, especially this time of year. It seems like it's more tragic because of Christmas, even though it's just tragic all the way around any time of year, but it's more tragic because it's close to the holidays.
Just like Newtown. The Newtown shooting was in around Christmas. I think it was 2 weeks before Christmas. And I know that area well because I worked in Newtown. I'm from Connecticut, as you all know. I used to play softball. I used to work for R.C. Graves out there. Hey, R.C. Graves, Robert, Scott, and Paul. Used to play softball right there. And it happened at Christmas time. Another chicken shit son of a gun.
Is this Rittenhouse or what is it?
No, this was Newtown when all those children
I stopped watching the news because it just depresses the shit out of me. So. And
then you have all these people that are now driving into establishments.
I can't believe that's a thing. It's like the first school shooting,
they're smashing into these buildings.
You thought after Columbine or whatever the first school shooting was.
I think it was Columbine. That was the one that really hit us in the face.
Yeah, you'd figure after that it would never happen again. We have too much sense. We have too much control. But it turns out, no, we don't. And it turns out that we have less control over our children than we think we do.
Actually, it's now all these copycatters.
Yeah.
They saw that dude, whoever his name was, but obviously
I don't even remember.
Good. I'm glad we don't remember him because we're putting him up. Oh yeah. But these other people that did all the, look at their mug shots or look at their pictures. They all look like they're like out there, like they're possessed.
Yeah, like crazy young white guys.
Yeah. But there's been others. This guy wasn't a white guy that plowed into all these people. I think he killed like 13 people and put a bunch of them in. Yeah.
Crap, with 13 people killing with a car. We get those every so often.
Yeah, they're driving into restaurants. What's your rationale? The brake is on the left. Just, but they hit the one on the right. A lot of it's age.
I imagine as soon as all this computerized car stuff comes, that stuff will end.
I hope so.
Because it won't let you hit people, or it won't let you run through a building.
It really disturbs me. And you know what's happening now, Mike, and I'm sure you've seen it, are these smash and grabs.
Oh, people like breaking into things, groups of people running into like stores and stuff, right?
Yeah, and getting the now these people are dumb. They're dumb. So you go in as a bunch of people and you smash and you grab the jewelry, you smash and grab, and you get the Louis Vuitton bags and this, that, and the other thing. Don't you guys figure? I'm gonna give you a little tip. Police officers look on the internet. They're gonna find you because you're gonna sell it on eBay. You're gonna sell it on Amazon. You're gonna sell it somehow. They're gonna be casing people and say, "Hey, dude, where did you get those sneakers? Hey, where did you get that jewelry? Because you're broke. You have no money. Where did you get that?"
Yeah, that's how they catch all the rioters. The guys at the Capitol building. How many people they bust so far? And that's just from their own video footage and their own cameras at the Capitol building.
And then some of them weren't wearing masks. Okay, so hello. It's not about the COVID right now.
It's like the worst thing you can do.
So
at least the one benefit that COVID does, right? I still feel weird every time I go in a bank and I put on a mask.
I know.
It makes
dark
you feel
glasses,
weird.
have your hat down and go.
You're like, I'm here for a withdrawal.
Yeah, I'd like to make a withdrawal.
Yeah, man. But the one benefit that COVID has is you get to cover your face.
Yep.
Or most of it, anyways.
But these people, I guess they're so amped up, and they're greedy little people that they just go in and smash and grab. Don't do it.
No, you don't have to.
If you're running with a crew, and I'm hoping that 0% of the 47.5 people that we have watching or listening, I hope you don't run with a crew that you will do something like that. So I'm going to give you some dad advice now.
Oh, yeah. Bring it out.
If those are the kind of friends that you have, you need to get rid of them and get new friends, because those friends are going to put you in jail. Because I tell you what, here's what they're going to do is they're going to say, "Oh, it was him," because they're going to deflect and they're going to try to put the blame on you. So it was his idea.
Oh yeah, I'm going to break out my dad.
Yeah,
right here. I'm going to go way back, and you might have seen this on bumper stickers or had your great grandfather yell at you about this. But if you hang out with the turkeys, you're never going to fly with the eagles.
That's right. Amen. Amen.
And it's just as solid back then as it is now. It's
just the terminology is different.
It is. And usually that was handed out with a hard candy. Usually butterscotch or some ribbon candy.
We're just giving you dad love right now, and just telling you, don't be an asshole.
We're dadding the crap out of this.
That's right. Yeah. do a dad up in here.
To hang out with better people, damn it.
Yep. So, life is too short. You don't want to get caught. I know you're young and all that stuff. I don't want you guys getting caught up in all that dumb stuff. Yeah, it's cute. It's funny. Ha, ha, ha. But you know what? As a business guy, you're ruining somebody's business that is working really, really hard, that just got out of having all this COVID, and they just lost their shirts. They're trying to come back, and what do you dumb son of a
guns
do is you make it even tougher for them. So thank you. You're an idiot.
Yeah, there's lots of that out there. But I think the key word to being a smash and grab criminal is like you don't think about it. You just that sounds fun.
Well,
Let's do it.
You got to have a brain to think about it.
Yeah.
So that goes without saying.
Yeah. Good luck trying to get rid of your stuff.
Yeah.
You're all gonna get.
There's no cure. There's no cure for stupid.
The thing is that they know exactly what you took because they do inventory probably 2 or 3 times a year.
Your fingerprints are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Your face recognition is everywhere.
Yeah.
These 2 particular guys, or 2 of them, they know your license plate, so you're going to jail.
Yeah.
So you're going to meet your father or your uncle or your brother or your gang member in there because you got that Louis Vuitton bag that's worth like thousands of dollars, but you're going to get like $40 for it on the street.
That blows my brain.
That's a business mind, Mike?
Yeah. Well, how much does crack cost? Is it less than a Louis Vuitton secondhand bag, or?
Well, you know what? These people are they're just, maybe it's because they didn't have those.
Do people still do crack? Is crack still a thing?
I don't know.
Subscribe and like and let me know.
Or send us some crack.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Unless it's pictures of your butt crack.
Yeah,
but I don't even want to see that either.
No.
I don't know. It's been a while. I haven't done any of that stuff in decades.
I've never done it. Never wanted to do it.
It's great at first.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it for anybody. It's a rough ride.
But so yeah, I mean, plowing into people in crowds and stores and then like smash and grabs. What is this world coming to?
Yeah, that stuff tends to bring my dad cackles out, so it just stands right up.
And the devil is he's just like laughing. He's going, look what I'm doing.
I also think a lot of it too is people have always done stupid things. Just now that we have instant access to most of what the stupid things they do, so it's hard to process that information. I mean, what in the grand scheme of things, are we doing more smash and grabs now than we were 5 years ago, or is it less and we just happen to film the random people that are doing it now? Or
so here's my take on it, if you indulge me for a moment.
Of course.
So we have this new prosecutor for L.A., Garçon, or
really, Garçon is boy in French.
Well, whatever it is, he's acting like a boy because he decides that he's not going to prosecute for that kind of stuff if it's under $900. So you could actually, I could steal $900 worth of stuff from you, and it's just going to be a misdemeanor.
That would be all of my stuff because I've really downsized.
I mean, a misdemeanor. A felony is anything over $1,000. We get it, but they're like, okay, well, it's not going to. You're just clogging up my courtrooms with all this kind of stuff, and So if there's no ramifications for doing something wrong, people are going to keep doing it. So
I'm going to take the liberal aspect of this one. So,
okay, go ahead.
So we have an established system. We have jails that are filled to the brim, which is true, and it's obviously, and the stuff still goes on.
Yep.
So we obviously have a system that doesn't work. For me, and what I would do if it was my personal life and I had a system that wasn't working, I would just clean slate it all and just redo it again. Now I know it seems like an epic battle, but I think it's time. Why not try something completely new and different that we've never tried before? I'm not saying get people out of prison because they haven't fixed the problem with prisons being a training ground for murderers and thieves. And so, you spend a couple of years in prison, you come out, you're an even better thief and a murderer than you were
because
before.
you get to talk to the more
guys who are real good at it.
And the reason I'm getting out early is because my crime wasn't as bad as that homie over there. So, but he taught me all the stuff that he knows.
And now I'm they're teaching each other how to. They're all each other's lawyers. They know the system better than most of the lawyers out there. So,
and a lot of them become lawyers in prison.
They do. They really do. And which I'm all for if they're getting an education, they're actually using it in a positive way. Rehabilitation is very important. But it needs to be scrapped. I think, especially here in California, we tend to over-liberalize. We tend to over-taxize. We tend to overdo everything and punish the wrong people here. So, it needs to change. I think clean slate it. If $900 is the cutoff, which I think is kind of wrong. A crime is a crime. You're just teaching people to think smaller in their crimes. So now that person is stealing $900 from people who has to do it 3 times a week, as opposed to just pulling off one massive score that keeps them
so they're learning how to work.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. That's true.
They're learning how to, okay, well, I can only do $900 today.
Yeah. Well,
tomorrow I'll get up massively early.
I don't make $900 a day. I wish. Maybe I should start doing minor crimes instead of getting slapped in the hand.
No, it's not worth it because you got to live with yourself and you got to look at yourself in the mirror and you got to look at your beautiful daughter when you and you want her to look at you and say, "Dad, how could you do that?"
Yeah, that and the fact that prison sex scares me.
Yeah. Yep.
Literally scares me. So I'm not into any of that, but I think the system is definitely broke. I think it definitely needs to be fixed, and it definitely needs to be fixed by someone much smarter than me.
So what you gonna do, brother?
Yeah. Snap it at whatever he's
Slim
snapped it
Jim.
to. Slim Jim, yeah.
All right. So we're gonna be back after this.
All right, so we're getting close. Now we've come to the gateway of that I like to call Thanksgiving, and now we're getting close to Christmas time. So one of the biggest problems we all have at Christmas is trying to figure out what to buy people. And I can tell you as a dad, as a man, as a 51-year-old man, knives, flashlights, screwdrivers, little bits of tools, it always kind of goes over well with me.
Yep.
I mean, I lose them immediately, but
I try not to.
oh my God. But I don't know why knives. Flashlights, they're practical. Here in California, especially Southern California, they turn off our power randomly.
Earthquakes.
So, you always want to have some you got to have water and some food, and you want to always have flashlights around. But Christmas is coming. So what are like on your hit list of Christmas things you want this year?
Well, I have everything I need.
I'm right with you.
Kathy asks me all the time, "Hey, what do you want for your birthday?" I don't know. What do you want for this year? Was the one it's been for years that I have everything.
All right, so for me, we're getting to Christmas, and we were talking about how there's going to be no toys in the store because they're all on barges out in the ocean. And I think the cure for that is what I did for my birthday. And what I did for my birthday was I didn't need anything. I don't need, Don and I are both in the same boat with this where we buy what we need. I don't need a present. So I thought about it, and I thought what would really be nice is a hand-drawn card, someone that took time to draw it. And my daughter is the one that drew it. So her world is online. She's on the computer doing school. All of her friends are online. She's on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat. She's on all of them. And Twitch, I think, is another one she's on. So she's dedicated her life to online, like I think most kids nowadays are. Yeah. So I want her out of that for a while. And the only way I can do that is chores, which she fights me, and like every teenage kid does. You got to yell a little bit because girls are stubborn.
Hey, wait a minute! I'm not 18, but I still fight about chores.
Yeah,
I don't want to do them.
You shouldn't have to really be doing any chores unless you want to do the chores. I told her when she asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I told her I want a hand-drawn card. I want you to take time to make me a card.
That's awesome.
And it turned out really good. I wish I had it here. If I had it here, I'd show it to you. It's currently up on the place of pride at home, up by the refrigerator.
On the with the magnet.
Yeah, you know what? My refrigerator's not magnet, not metal.
Oh,
so if I have to put it above my stove. It's
okay.
where I live in a trailer, so. Yeah, it's weird when I first got there. You always have your magnets.
Yep.
Like, right here in the refrigerator, boom, falls on the floor. Like, what the hell? Anyways, I made her draw me, and it was really nice. It meant a lot. My wife added to it, and I liked it a lot more. I'll cherish that more than I will, a screwdriver or a flashlight. Although I always need more screwdrivers and flashlights, but I'll buy that part of myself.
What's funny is when I was a kid, my grandfather used to tell me that. Just draw me something. So one day when I was back home, before he died, he handed me something. And I was like, oh, what's this? And it was a card that I sent. I drew for him back in like 1972.
Oh, wow. Bell bottoms.
Yeah, so I was like 8. And
you're old.
I know I'm old, but you know what? It was cool. It was kind of primitive.
Seeing that is fun, right? I mean, it's like wow.
I remember making it for my grandfather.
It brings back those memories, and hopefully that's when I save it. It'll go in a box, and after I'm gone, my daughter will find that card and relive a moment with me.
Yeah.
But that's I think is the answer to this year. Don't go out and kill yourself. Christmas isn't about this. Is my big gripe about Christmas. Christmas is not a consumer mass thing. Christmas isn't for Mattel or for Nintendo. That's who rules Christmas? All these companies.
Yep.
Christmas is for us. Christmas was always sharing your love with people and telling them how wonderful they were. Or, maybe you're not wonderful and you need a little coal stuffed in your stocking. It was always a reminder of what brings us together as people. And I hate the fact that, now you have to buy love. It's my big gripe. Because I've watched my kid and my nieces and nephews tear through boxes that I've worked for hours to pay for, and then just get passed up by other things. They don't appreciate it.
Nope.
They don't.
Well, they do appreciate it, but their own, and no offense to any child, but they just
they don't know any.
They don't know any better. Yeah. So
and here's the thing too. You remember years later when you were a kid. Like I had crappy Christmases growing up. My parents did not. There were good ones early on. Then things went to a mess, and that we'd show up and there'd be like a box underneath the tree for you, and that was, more painful than anything. Now my kid looks back. The Christmas tree was always full for her. She always had stuff, but that's what she'll remember. She won't remember the handcrafted thing I built for her, and I'm guilty of that, right? Things that last, things that matter. All these toys we buy, and honestly, all the stuff they make now is crap.
Yep.
They don't last, or they last too long, and you get a Giggle Me Elmo underneath your table every time you sit down. It tickles.
Tickle me elbow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And
how about that stupid Woody doll? So my son, we got
God.
my son the Woody doll back when Toy Story came out. To this day, you move the box and it's, I've got a stick in my boot. Because it's the battery. It's an internal battery that you can't do it. Or the Bear in the Big Blue House. With that Tutter, the mouse and all that kind of stuff. I still have it, and I don't throw it away because I'm hoping that someday my kids will want them.
yeah,
But sometimes, I hold on to things because it was a simpler time, an easier time,
a better time.
time when things were like,
Well, somewhat better.
yeah, somewhat better. But I mean, with Christmas, it's all about the birth of Christ and
It's about the meaning of Christmas.
the true meaning of Christmas
is your family and friends.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, like Mike just said, it's just like gimme, gimme, gimme.
That's all it's about.
And that's not only the companies that pander to us to get us to spend all this money. It's the kids. Like, Dad, I want this. Well, what did Santa say? Oh, there's no such thing as Santa. Well, you know what, jerk? I'm Santa. So you didn't deserve it because you didn't pick up.
Yeah, I didn't give you a letter.
Yeah, you didn't bring the garbage out. I'm starting to make a list. Okay, so on such and such a date, you didn't bring out the garbage, and this date you didn't do this, so you don't get shit for Christmas.
And let me tell you, there's a lot of people out there that say, I can't make anything. I don't know how to make anything. I don't know how to do anything. That's perfect. You're the perfect person to make a gift.
Yep.
Because
you don't know how much that means.
You tried. And you know what? Usually it's the crappiest ones that mean the most.
Yep.
What is this supposed to be? I can't even recognize this. I made it. Well, thank you.
Yeah, out of my own hands.
And back to that, I have a Christmas ornament. I think it's from like the Hallmark store. It's like a little carousel, and it plays like 4 or 5 different Christmas songs. We've had it for like 10 years, and that battery just will not wear out. So now when it plays, it's really slow and creepy. So it sounds like my Christmas tree's gonna come out and murder me.
Jingle bells. So I'm gonna write a song. I'm a big Mariah Carey fan.
Yeah.
I think she's gorgeous.
What's up,
Always
Mariah?
thought she was gorgeous. But I'm starting to get a little sick of that Christmas song.
I know. It's still my kid's favorite Christmas song.
It still is mine, believe it or not.
No, I believe it. It's a
However,
hell of a
I
good
love
song. Good version. She did a great version of that song.
All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, and then it helps when you have someone as gorgeous as Mariah Carey
Yep.
singing it, and I'm like, ooh, I hope that's true, Mariah, because all I want for Christmas is you, baby.
I think it should be like, I don't want no Mariah Carey. You know, I'm sick and tired of listening to this song.
Well, she's made other Christmas albums. You know, maybe you can find one that's on there that you like better.
That I'll get sick of.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one's been jammed down our throat. That and like Josh Groban, great voice. I love Josh Groban.
Yeah.
You know, he does Oh Holy Night. Awesome version. Gives me chills every time I hear it.
We'll have to Google that one. I'll hit up Alexa when I get home.
Yep. But I tend to think of the traditional meaning of Christmas, and I get very angry, very, very angry when I see all the selfishness. And it makes me just go, you know what? You're not getting jack from me.
Yeah, and it creates that atmosphere. It's not really the kids' fault. You know, they're bombarded with now that they're online.
On the TV, online.
Now that they're online, their dose of commercials that they get is through the roof compared to what we had when we were kids. You know, we watched Saturday morning cartoons, and I spent the rest of the week outside.
Yeah.
So, you know, we watched Miami Vice, and then we watched probably, I was a big fan of Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
I loved Wild West. But I've watched way less movies and commercial TVs back then. Our kids, that's all they watch. And so...
And YouTube.
And YouTube. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
thanks, YouTube.
Yeah, thanks for YouTube. And buy whatever this commercial is in between our stuff. But we have to, and stuff. Or it's Don's joke book.
Yeah, you can buy that joke book and stuff.
That, which is a great stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
And it's handwritten by Don.
Yes.
So it counts as home crafts.
But that's not what, I mean, it was just a joke. But you're right. I can't stand you know, when you see Labor Day stuff and Halloween stuff and Thanksgiving stuff and Christmas stuff in the store at the same time, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh my God. Although they really went, they didn't do much Christmas.
That's because everything's sitting on a barge outside.
Yeah. Which I say, decorate your own, make your own ornaments.
Yeah. Popcorn garlands and
oh, dude, my wife and I make those every year. You
hang them outside and let the birds eat them. And
yeah,
stuff,
actually, that part's pretty cool. If you have squirrels, you get it low to the ground, and you'll watch squirrels like devour the popcorn. But bring it back to what it really means, right? Basic
family, friends,
time together, drink some mulled wine, have some cider, you know, snuggle together, and do it without a snuggie. Make your own damn learn to knit. Make your own knitted snuggie.
Something. Just be together.
And really appreciate that.
That's not to say we don't expect new Porsches in the driveway for Mike and I.
Yeah, we're waiting for the other 90,000 viewers or 1.5 million
like
viewers
that.
before we can have that.
We charge that one penny per or $1 per. No, we don't want anything.
But the point is that you already have everything you need. That you don't need a new, I don't know, whatever it is you think you need. If you're sitting in a room with your kids, or sitting in a room with your best friend, or you can pick up a phone and contact them, you know, go see them. Go, you know, show up with a bottle of wine. They're not sitting in a barge out front. They make plenty of that in LA or California.
How about just going up to the person that you're with or whatever, your friend, and just say, hey, man, I love you.
Yeah. Just be grateful that they're still here after 2020. Get vaccinated. They didn't die in some god-awful ventilator in a hospital somewhere, or, you know, they're still here. Just enjoy them.
Yep.
Don't worry about the PlayStation. I promise you, they make more.
Yep. Or you. Oh, do you have that thingamawaji? Oh, we're sold out. Oh my God. I promised Junior I was going to get that thing.
Please don't kill people for the thingamawaji.
Yeah.
Like Cabbage Patch. Like every year we seem to have like one thing that everybody wants the most. Like I remember looking for this thing called a Hatchimal. A Hatchimal? Did you ever get into that?
No.
Excuse me. So I think your kids are a little older. It was an egg that you bought, and it inside was an unknown animal. And I forget what it was. You put the batteries in it and you set it down, or you pushed a button or something, and this thing hatched itself. It poked its way out of the egg.
Oh, that's cool.
It was actually pretty cool. But guess what? Once it's hatched,
The novelty's over.
The novelty's over. So you have like this. Not only that, but you're picking up all the egg pieces everywhere.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, it was pretty cool, and it was huge for a while. They still make them. You can, and they make tiny ones now. You can buy. But I fought with people everywhere online trying to buy this. Nobody had that damn thing. And then when Christmas came, there were plenty of other good gifts in there, but they're all just thrown on the ground and walked away from because I didn't have a Hatchimal.
The Furby. That was another one.
Oh, my God, Furbies. Furbies creep me out.
Yeah.
I think they're controlled by Satan.
Furbies and
then if you really want to freak people out, take the skin off of a Furby. It is the creepiest damn thing with all the action.
That's got to be creepy to even think of taking the fur off.
Well, you didn't have a sea of naked Barbies around.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
and it was because my son. Dad, what are these?
Do we all have nubs?
Those are plastic. That's what you want. No.
But yeah, just spend time together. That's what this year is supposed to be, and that's why I always tell everybody the same thing. I hate Christmas. I hate it because of its commercialization, and I know that's old. People say everybody who hates Christmas says that.
Bah humbug.
And I'm not a bah humbug guy. I'm not. I love the spirit. What it's really supposed to mean, but what it's become is just ridiculous. And now's a great time. We don't have anything on the shelves. Great. Go to Michael's. Go to Joann's.
Make something.
Make something.
Make a candle with some holly on it.
Yeah.
You know what? People are so consumed with, oh, look at this Louis Vuitton that I just got on the street for $40.
You got it, but I think you really want some Louis Vuitton.
No, it's just I think that thing just pisses me off. Kind of like the Alec Baldwin thing.
I understand that. It's absolutely useless. It's just a status symbol. Why the hell do you need?
And you're gonna put, what are you gonna put in? You're gonna put like lipstick, tampons, your wallet.
You're gonna lose your chiclets in it.
Yeah, your Mentos that are gonna spill out in your purse.
Taste like your perfume.
Yeah, and who cares?
Yeah.
You know what? Just
let go. Enjoy yourself.
Yes,
and be
please.
with the ones you love.
Yeah.
That's
we should make a song. Love the one you're with.
Love the one. I love that song actually. But do it. Don't go to the shelves. But I you know what? Stores aren't gonna. Walmart. That's also a toy mart and all that. They're gonna get your business by groceries. They're gonna get your business by buying tires. They're gonna get your business by all the necessary stuff.
And somebody that doesn't listen to us.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to get their money from those people that are not one of our 47 and a half listeners.
Walmart has a craft section.
Yes.
Go in and buy blank cards. But and we're not telling you to bankrupt. I know our companies need money, and although that's driving me nuts too, because now they're getting rid of the cashiers and put in robots. Who the hell can afford to buy a shop at Walmart if everything's a robot?
That's why
that's a whole other episode.
That's why the post office kept jacking the prices of the stamp so they could afford to buy next window signs.
Yeah, next window signs. Although where I'm at, we have 2 postal workers, and they're both always there.
Wow.
It's nice. I very rarely have to stand in line. The once a year I mail something.
Well, you also live in a town that's like population like 4.5.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
I like that a lot. I ran away from L.A. with both arms in the air. Yeah! Get me out of here!
But I do miss back east during this time of the year. In fall, I miss it. Winter, not so much winter, but the Christmas time, because that was you. What do? You go on Hallmark Channel or whatever. Not that I watch the Hallmark Channel.
Those guys are evil geniuses.
Yes. But where is it? It's back east or in the Poconos or New England or New York or somewhere you get a lot of snow, and every time I watch it, I get homesick. So I try not to watch it, and if somebody else is watching it, I go up and play on the computer or try to edit this stuff.
Yeah, but you've been out here quite a while now.
I still miss it. And I was going to go up to Big Bear for Christmas, but
just because of the snow.
Yep.
Yeah, living there and being in it is much different than watching it on TV. The nostalgia of it's wonderful, but it's a lot of work. Stuff in that driveway.
It is.
Salt in the ground.
I used to do it and not complain about it.
Yeah, it's what you had to do.
Part of life.
In California, I'm a spoiled, rotten California native. If I want snow, I'm going to drive a half hour, or it's actually a couple hours. Don't let the tourist board fool you.
Yeah, that's a crock. But you can go to the mountains and
can.
ski, and then go to the beach on the same day.
My suggestion is you start off at the beach skiing or surfing. The tide's better in the morning, and then go up to the mountains later on.
Yeah,
I've done it. It's a lot of fun.
So I want to do a quick shout out to honeycrisp.com.
Oh, your apples.
Yep.
Oh, apples.
So I ordered a half bushel of Macintosh apples. I love my Mackies.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Oh man, I gave one to gave some to Mike. I'll probably bring some into work and give them to my favorite people, which probably will be one or two people.
That'll be at least 1.5.
Yeah, I may let them sniff the stem.
Yeah. Hey, here's the core. Anybody want the core?
Anybody want corsies, which they used to play back in the Depression? Somebody would eat part of the apple, and if there was like 4 people, they would actually, with my grandfather told me that they would play this game, played corsies. And someone would eat part of the apple, and they would turn it over to their friend, and then he would eat part, and he would eat part, and he would eat part, and then somebody would always say, "I got corsies," and then they would take it and eat around the bottom and eat around the top where the stem is, and so everybody got a piece, but it was actually a game that they played in the Depression.
You win when you poop out a seed.
Yes, Johnny Appleseed.
I guess on that note, right?
Yeah. So, anyways, we want to thank you for dropping by.
We do, and we want to wish you the best during it. We will be making more shows, but holiday season's coming, so we want to wish you the best.
Yep.
And do what you feel is right.
And we're going to be doing stuff.
We are going to be doing stuff.
It's almost here, people. It's almost here. We've got
a huge buildup on this thing.
Oh, I know.
It better not
I know.
suck.
It's going to suck. And people are going, what the hell is that,
They're
man?
doing stuff, but we're not doing good stuff.
We're not doing the stuff we want you to do. You know what you could do? You could go jump in a lake.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
And stuff.
And
swimming in a lake with Don and Mike.
Yeah, drowning. Getting eaten by sharks with Don and Mike.
Piranha. Actually, we could have our own piranha week. Forget sharks.
Yeah. In a world
where piranhas are everywhere.
Don't wiggle your toe because it's going to be gone.
There you go. There's your Christmas gift. Buy a piranha.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Loves and kisses, hugs and hearts. They don't have anything else that rhymes with that, so let's go smell a fart.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you very much. Have a great one. Happy belated Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
We'll talk to you again before Christmas, I hope.
Yes, we will.
And peace out.
Deuces.